Hi people, I'm sitting here with Warshipper from Brazil. I saw a very nice concert in Midland. Can you present yourselves?
Okay, hi everyone. This is Renan Roveran. I'm the guitar player and vocals from Warshipper.
Hi everyone, I'm Rafael Oliveira. I'm the second guitar worshipper.
Can you give a short biography of the band? Also direct influences and indirect influences. Like direct influences, similar bands. Indirect influences like a movie or like a comic that helps you inspiration.
Okay, we have started our activities in 2011. I used to play in a thrash metal band named by War, and Rodolfo, the bass player, used to play in an old school death metal band named Zoptar. But in 2011, we have started the activities of Warshipper, and we are pretty much influenced by actually a lot of stuffs, different stuffs. Not only death metal bands, but black metal bands, rock prog bands, blues bands, and heavy metal bands. So we have influences from since Pink Floyd until Monstrosity. So it's a huge diversity of elements in our songs, and we also have lots of influences in books. Our bass player Rodolfo, he's a psychologist, so he used to write about madness and psychological stuffs and sci-fi as well, and everything that goes against the religiosity and all that shit, you know.
Thank you. Maybe an important question you can have quite often is like explain the band name. So why you chose this band name? What's the reason behind it? Maybe there is like a double reason for it.
Okay. Well, people sometimes commit a mistake by thinking that we do go in favor of war, but not, because we have this mix between war and worshipper. But actually, war is something that is really present in society since the very beginning, and it's a shit because people used to hate each other and conquer territories and invade places. So it's something really present in societies. But our war that we bring in our songs is pretty much more related to the psychological war, because each one of us as individual person has internal wars all the time, you know, where society says to us to do things that sometimes we don't agree with that. You need to do that because religion says you need to do that, but we don't want to do that. So that's the kind of war we bring in our songs. So that's the worshipper, because somehow each one of us is a kind of worshipper somehow, you know.
You're currently on tour with Necrobiotic, also from Brazil. Can you give some impressions of your tour? Maybe also shortly impressions of the concert today.
Well, first of all, we are very glad because this is our first European tour. This is our first time in Europe as a band. So it's awesome, you know. We have no words to describe how happy we are, and we are making new friends as much as we are doing right now with you guys. And it's been so cool. The guys from Necrobiotic, they are longtime friends of us. So we are enjoying each time, each day, each place we are passing through. It's been very nice, and today was cool because it's a Monday, so we have headbangers here. You guys are here when we are banging our hands and playing our songs, and it's awesome, man. So thank you so much for all you guys, since the guys from Germany, Netherlands, you know, and here now France, and then we go back to Germany and then other places. It's been fucking cool, very nice.
Thank you. Now, final question. Suppose you're on a desert island, maybe each one separates. You can only listen to 3 albums. Which 3 albums each one of you will listen to? So 3 CDs or 3 vinyls? Who's first?
Okay, dude, my 3 albums in this occasion will be like Injustice for All from Metallica, Watershed from Opeth, and The Humanizer from Black Sabbath.
Okay, the biggest love of my life is Black Sabbath, so I must choose only one album. It's Saba Bloody Saba. The second album is Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd. And the third album of my life is Imperial Doom, Monstrosity. That's what defines pretty much Warshipper, right?
Right. Well, in fact, I kind of forgot one question, maybe quite important, because you released 2 albums. You're about to release a third album. So, as final question, can you give some info about this? How it was recorded shortly, and when it will be released or is planning to release?
Okay, this third album is going to be very special for us because it's going to be a concept album. Today, right now in Brazil, we are facing a kind of pretty much sensitive situation because of governments. We are facing some this fascist trend in our country, and it's a shit because we don't like it. We play rock and roll, we play heavy metal, we go against it. So this album is gonna be pretty much influenced by all these kind of bad feelings we are feeling right now about the whole situation. And the name of the album will be Barren, because the perspective for all of those who suffers with the intolerance and racism and all that shit, sees the world in a barren from a barren black perspective. So that's what the album is gonna be about. And as soon as we come back from the tour, we're gonna finish the recordings. We have already recorded the drum stuff. So as soon as we come back, we're gonna finish the recordings, and probably will be released between February and March next year.
I thank you very much for the interview. So give me some horns, guys. Horns up.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lil.